topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
Good evening, and welcome to another Eat and Critique TV show with my co-host Steve-O and me, Sophia.
Good afternoon. Sophia, I am so sad. You know, we were talking on the phone before, and when you go into a restaurant that's even halfway good, doesn't have to be the best, and the owners are so hospitable, and then you read that they went out of business. That is the saddest thing ever. There is a restaurant. We're going to be doing restaurant opening and closings today.
Well, we did have a guest tonight, and
Right.
They were unable to make it, and we decided to just do our opening and closings and have a guest actually be a guest on our show. So that
We got so many guests coming on over the next 4, 5, 6 weeks. Really good guests, restaurant tours that are coming on. But it was so sad when I saw Third and Third had closed down. They're in Delray Beach. And it was really unusual place. If you know the railroad tracks over there on Atlantic Avenue, and you go, I guess it would be south. I think it's south. There's like a shack, but it's a bright blue shack. You cannot miss it, but there's no sign on it at all. But it's at Third and Third, and that's how they got the name for the restaurant. So we went and did a tasting there. It was amazing. It was a tapas restaurant that, by the way, we're going to be doing. I haven't even told Sophia this. We're going to be doing a tapas restaurants, that serve the small plates. But the food was so good. The chef owner was Chef John Paul. Nicest guy you ever want to meet. 2 years later, I read that he passed away. Now, he was in his mid-30s, and he was a genius. And I always rooted for them because he was such a good guy. And then I read they kept the restaurant open.
they did.
They kept it going. And then I read that
It was actually a very popular restaurant in
Yeah.
Delray Beach.
you know what it is with all those condos over there? It was like Cheers,
Mhm.
Everybody
Knows your name.
knows your name. But it was so sad. We're going to be talking about restaurants that have closed up, and we're going to be talking about new restaurants. And because of your emails tonight, we are going to be talking about Miami restaurants.
We've had a lot of listeners ask why we concentrate on Palm Beach and Broward. So tonight we decided to do a segment on Miami restaurants.
Sophia.
But can I make
Go ahead,
an
then.
announcement?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We
Like you have to add.
we received an email from the owner of a website called FeedSpot. And it's actually one of the most comprehensive websites for top restaurant critique shows, restaurant podcasts, and there were 80 top restaurant podcasts in the
Is
US.
it broken down into counties?
No, it's just top 80.
Okay.
And I went to the website to see where he listed us, thinking we were going to be like, since we're just kind of a small podcast, we're number 10
That's good.
out of 80. He put us as number 10. So if you guys want to go to FeedSpot and look at our website, we're listed on his website now.
That's good. Does it talk about the restaurants at all? Or is it just listed?
No, there's different podcasts. Some are actually restaurant owners that tell you how to open a restaurant. Some are restaurant critique shows like ours, but maybe in California. And there's chefs on there. It's a combination, but it's a top 80 restaurant podcast.
Hey, I want to tell all of our listeners and viewers out there that to help us out, help us grow the show, give us a like and go to our website at www.eatand is spelled out, critique, tvshow.com. Go there, tell your friends about our show. If they're coming, even like if they live in New York and they come down to South Florida to dine, they will love our show because we talk about strictly South Florida restaurants. And we're going to make sure you don't waste your money. Now, we've seen now a couple of restaurants that you and I have really enjoyed have closed down.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough out there for restaurants.
I'm not sure why they're closing because they were good restaurants. I don't know if it's the economy and the prices, the rents going up with the New Yorkers. Sorry, New Yorkers. My family's a New Yorkers, so. But the prices everything is escalated since they've migrated here, and the rents have tripled. And I don't know if that's the cause of the restaurant closings.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
I don't get it.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Tell me.
What is our biggest demographic age-wise down here?
Elderly.
Elderly. If you are elderly, good for you. I'm elderly. Okay. If you're elderly and you live in a condo, you own a condo. Right now, home insurance rates
Are sky high.
and they're going up high. It's not your association's fault. It's not someone there behind the curtains setting prices. It's these insurance companies are leaving Florida.
Right.
And the least insurance companies there are, the more the ones that are still here are going to go up on the rates because they know they can. That's whose fault it is. So you have elderly people that are living on a fixed income, and now their homeowners insurance is going up. Look what the mortgage rates are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your gas station. They told us gas was going down. I don't know what movie they're watching. They're not going down by us,
No.
right?
No.
So you look at your gas prices, and I went to the store and I bought sunflower seeds, and it was $115 for sunflower seeds.
115.
Everything's gone up.
Would you
Look,
buy
now she
115
decides
pounds?
to be gullible.
115 pounds of sunflower
I'm
seeds.
kidding, Sophia. What juju beans for $100? But no, it's everything is gone up, and we're not making more money. So that means the elders are on a fixed income, and they are scared. And you know what? Let me tell you something. What's getting ready to happen to them? There's a new law comes out next year that says if you live in a 2-story tower condo or higher, you must have architects and engineers come out.
Wait a minute. I thought it was 4.
No, it's 2.
They changed it?
It's
Oh,
it's 2. And yeah, you see these people. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I did make a mistake. So did you. It's 3. You ever seen these cars that sit on top of the parking garage? They count that as a floor.
it is a floor, though.
Yeah, I know. So 3 floor. It is supposed to cost millions of dollars to make your condo safe, and you've got to pay for it. So you're going to get a bill for maybe $125,000.
Wow.
How are you going to pay for that?
The New Yorkers?
They're not-
Sorry.
They're not. I mean, I'm just saying, I think people are scared how they spend their money now. I don't think they're going out
Well,
like they used to.
I think that's true because a lot of the restaurants that I've actually been in lately have been empty. And these are restaurants that are usually very full and you need reservations for. And if they had 5 tables, they were lucky.
I tell you what surprised me. Sophie and I went to a movie the other night, Equalizer 3. It's a good movie. You should go see it. I'd say go see it. I don't know if Sophia will. But it's only been out for a week. The theater was empty. There's maybe 8 or 10 people in the whole theater.
Went and saw My Big Fat Greek 3
Was the
with
theater full?
Teresa and Margaret, and it was empty. I
Man,
think there were 6 to 8 of us in the
and that just
theater.
came out also.
Mhm.
So being a Greek, Sophia,
Mhm.
did you like the movie?
It wasn't like the first 2, but I did. It had a lot of meaning to it about
Okay.
family.
Okay.
It was
Well,
kind of boring, but as Margaret said, when's it going to start? But it had a lot of meaning for me. It was about family.
okay, so it touched you.
It touched me.
Okay. But again, back to what happened to the days when the theaters were full?
You can get them on streaming now, I guess.
I think people are really watching their money. And that's what makes a show like ours so valuable because there are, gosh, Sophia, I was studying Miami. There's literally about 50 new restaurants opening up in Miami. Now, why would Miami need new restaurants? You know why? Because so many of them have closed. A
Ooh.
lot of closed restaurants in Miami.
But
I think-
Miami that's surprising because Miami is one of the fastest growing populations in South Florida. So it's just
Well, maybe people are coming there to
surprising.
live, but they're sure not spending money. And we're going to go over. God, I've got a list of closures, but you know what? We got to keep it bright. So I also have a list of new, exciting openings.
You want to start with those first?
Okay. And I got to tell you, because Sophia did not know, and I didn't know either, that you know Hardee's, Carl Jr.'s. That's like, what's the big burger on the West Coast that
Oh,
everybody talks about? Oh my God, they just got him in Texas
Forgot.
finally.
I can't think of the name. But Hardee's is like a
But Hardee's
Burger
is
King
the
to
East
me.
Coast version.
But it reminds me of a Burger King.
Yeah, it could be. But anyway, Carl Jr. and Hardee's, they're both the same, kind of like P.F. Chang and Payway are the same. They're coming here. They're coming. Carl Jr.'s is coming here, and they're going to be packed because people all up the East Coast know Carl's and Hardee's. So they're coming here. That's pretty cool. So listen to this. The big chicken.
Big chicken. That just sounds funny. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It's a fast food concept.
Like Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC.
Might be, but guess what? Shaquille O'Neal owns it. We're going to try to get him on our show. I mean, he owns a lot of restaurants. Him and Haslam are into well, I got to have it. Okay. Him and Haslam are into
fast foods.
Safeway. I'm not Safeway.
Safeway.
What is it?
They do a lot of
what's the sandwich shop?
The big Subway.
Subway.
They do a lot of Subways. I think they even have the coffee. I think they do. They do Subway, but they do a lot of. I think Haslam even owns some Burger King or McDonald's.
Oh.
For all I thought, I could be wrong, but
Haslam's been very smart with his money.
he has.
And so is Shaq.
Shaq is. I was gonna say Shaq's too.
So Shaq
D-Wade.
is bringing. I had heard that D-Wade and LeBron own that pizza place. I can't think of the name of it. The reason why I can't think of the name of it is I actually went in there one day.
In Miami.
They're all over.
No, it was Haslam and D-Wade. Margaret and I went in and walked out. It was so bad.
Worst pizza I've ever had.
It was horrible.
The worst.
It was horrible. We walked out. Yeah.
Talk about some of the other ones.
I don't know. I was like, that big chicken made me laugh. Black Tap.
It's a New York
burger and shake restaurant opening in Brickell.
Yes.
I've never heard of Black Tap. Thomas Keller. He's bringing a bistro to Coral Gables. That's actually a good area to open a restaurant. Could be called Sean.
Yes, it's a nice area.
Right. And the students too. There's a lot, University of Miami and
I noticed
the
do
hospital.
you know there's a restaurant at one of the colleges, and they also have one like a couple blocks away, and they purposely put it there because they wanted to go after the younger kids. What a great concept to put a burger place on campus.
It's actually smart.
There's a place here called Shake Shack that is on Glades. And I guess that's Boca, I guess. Right across the street from FAU. Right across the street. The mall's there on one side, and the other side's FAU, right?
Right.
On
Across the
Glades.
street. You're talking about where
Well, it's Shake Shack.
where Whole Foods and all of them are.
But it's further away, though.
Okay.
It's actually in a freestanding building. They're always packed. Always. But what a great place for right across the street from campus. What else? Who else is opening up?
Rasa Masa. Must be Argentinian, maybe. It's going to be open in downtown Miami.
What's the name of it?
Brasa Masa. Masa. Doesn't that sound like a steak, like an Argentinian steak place? And I have Brooklyn Dumpling Shop. That's a weird concept.
Well, with the automated
dumpling.
That's what I'm afraid restaurants are going to be going to. Yeah, it's an automated dumpling shop. They're opening up in Wynwood.
That kind of makes sense though, because Wynwood's known as the art district.
right?
So of course they're going to have something a little bit different and bizarre. But dumplings, like, is
Why would you do dumplings?
the population in Miami in that area are more
So you can do a
Spanish,
pork one.
Hispanic. They don't. I can't imagine dumplings going to be
Yeah.
very.
And automated.
Does that mean they're going to have a robot serving you, or they're just automated?
They have these
the
doors that
dumpling
open.
coming
These
out?
little, you put your money in, the door slides open. And I actually saw something on 60 Minutes about this 2 years ago. But it's going to put so many people out of work.
I'm not surprised.
That's the sad part. Wow. Okay. I like this name. Well, it's called Casadonna. It's an Italian restaurant that's going to be opening up. It's a hospitality restaurant. That means there's a big group of owners called hospitality restaurants who they own probably 20 or 30 restaurants.
What's this Carl one? What is that, Carl? Another burger restaurant from New York. You wrote
I don't see it.
above the one above Casadonna.
Oh, that's Carl's. We just talked about
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was the same because there's
that. There's one called Italy.
Italy,
Like Italy.
Italy,
This is
Cadiz.
Italy.
What is
The
Italy?
restaurant coming in from New York.
Italy, all
Italy, EAT.
right, like eat.
That is cute. You know, we did once in a while, Sophia and I do a thing on
Funny name.
unusual names for restaurants.
Italy.
That is a great one.
But is it going to be strictly Italian?
It's got to be.
Italy, you could.
I want to also, here's Eva's is opening up. That's a lot of people know Michael Beltran, great chef, restaurateur. He's opening up in Coconut Grove, an oyster bar.
Coconut Grove's another good area to open a restaurant.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the next one. How many of you have been to the Forge?
I've always wanted to go to the Forge.
So I got invited to the Forge by the owner. And I got to tell you something. I was blown away. First of all, it's like in a dungeon. Second of all, I've never seen so many celebrities in my life. I mean, just about every table. And one of the dishes they brought out, actually, the dish was carved out in my initials.
Oh, that's
Isn't that
cool.
They have there's a lot of cool things they do in there, but the food was out of this world. And they ended up shutting it down.
Mm-hmm.
Been shut down for about 5 or 6 years.
Long time.
They have a new owner. Some nice restaurant people just get tired of the restaurant business.
It's a hard business.
Yeah. And so there's a new owner, there's a new sheriff in town, but the Forge is going to be reopening.
A lot of people are going to be happy to hear that.
He told me stories that Michael Jackson, that was the first restaurant he would come to when he came to
I
town.
believe it.
And they have a wine cellar downstairs, and the room is so cold.
You have to keep.
Yeah, I don't see how anybody could stand it down there. And it's funny, I thought about you, because Sophia's very much into wine. She's my sommelier. Okay, who else do we have on there?
Hampton Social, Chicago-based import, coming soon to Brickell. Brickell's going to be really busy.
Yeah.
And Brickell's kind of another good area, especially during basketball season.
What?
Basketball season.
Oh, okay. That's Brickell over there. Huh?
And Miami Heat, south
Okay.
of Brickell. Yeah. So you could go there before you go to the game. Go Heat.
Yeah, really. God, basketball season's right around the
Red's
corner.
ready to start.
But we don't even know who our team's going to be. Well, I mean,
I think it's
they're
the
waiting on this
same.
Lillard trade.
It's not going to happen.
You don't think so?
No. And we're stuck with my favorite.
Oh, God.
So we have the Loyal. That's in New York. I think that's a pretty big restaurant in New
Yeah.
York, coming to Miami. This one is the one I'm excited about. Lucky Cat, Gordon Ramsay's new restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Did you read anything about it?
I just saw that he was opening
He's
a
bringing
restaurant,
Asian inspired.
and I there's a lot of Asian inspired restaurants though in Miami, but I think because of his name, he's gonna probably blow them all away.
You know, it's very expensive.
We went to
Very.
one of his restaurants, Phil's Kitchen in Lake Tahoe,
Okay.
my sisters and I. It was very expensive.
But you know, a lot of his
be
restaurants.
honest, that
What?
I didn't think the food was
I know.
as good as it should be because it was Gordon Ramsay.
And it's overpriced too.
Very, very overpriced.
And you know, some of his restaurants have shut down. He had to declare bankruptcy.
Then he's opening another one, Lucky Cat.
Well, you know what he does? He
Maybe
gets
it's lucky
money
for him here.
from investors,
Right,
and he doesn't use any of his money.
right.
But I think this thing with the high, especially nowadays with the high price, and I mean, you would think Gordon Ramsay would just have impeccable food, but
No, I wasn't impressed.
there was another one that really stood out to me.
The
Right here.
Chicago Steakhouse one,
Which one?
that Maple Ash Chicago Steakhouse. Is
Uh,
that the one?
no. Oh, Syrah Martinez.
Terrell Martinez.
That's Michelle Bernstein's
Bernstein.
new restaurant. Well, it's
Wow.
actually her old restaurant that she's bringing
Bring it
back.
back. But where in Miami do you know where she's going to open?
No. And then you got Ostro Brasserie,
Missouri, French.
a French kosher restaurant. French kosher restaurant.
French Jewish. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know how can you make, well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
I think that Agawa is one I'd like to go see. Agawa, because it's an art dealer and restaurateur, Alvaro Perez Miranda.
Do you know who that is? You know art.
I know art, and I think that restaurant's going to be really cool to go in. I bet it's
Right.
going to be absolutely beautiful.
I was going to ask you if you've heard of him.
But I don't know where Little River is. Is that the area by University of Miami, the hospital?
I don't know. I thought the Little River area was over there by Las Olas.
No, that
That's Riverfront.
that's Riverfront. I have a feeling it's by the University Hospital, University of Miami, the hospital medical center there.
Well, there are a lot of restaurants coming into the Miami area, which is really, I mean, you would think, where are they going to put all these restaurants?
Well,
But there's a lot of them closing up too.
well, that Stock and Spade, we had a vegan segment one time where we had Dr. Taylor talking about the
Yes.
benefits of eating vegan. that's another vegan restaurant that's going to be opening up in Miami.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I mean, the population there, that's another one I'm trying to figure out. Is
Sophia asked me one night, we were trying to think of a restaurant. Imagine us trying to think of a restaurant to go dine at. Problem is, we have so many of them. But she brought up NYY steak. She felt like a steak. She said, let's go to NYY steak. And I'm not real happy with management. We've been trying to get them to come on our show, and they act like they're kind of too good.
well, actually, they contacted you.
I know. That's what is so amazing. But anyway, we had a wonderful meal there. You know, this is the reason I'm bringing up. They have been ranked the third best steakhouse in the United States.
I think they should be number one.
Oh, Sophia, there's a lot of
I think they should
Great.
be number one. That was probably
steak
the
restaurants.
best steak I've had.
Um,
Better than Ruth Chris, better. Seriously, it was out of this world.
if you want really a good steak, I mean, an incredible steak where the service is impeccable, you probably have 2 or 3 waiters, servers for each table. It's called the NYY Steakhouse. It's at the Seminole Hard Rock over there in Coconut Creek.
I actually like that they remembered our name and came to the table and made it more
Right.
personalized than
Yeah,
just being a regular customer coming in, and just made it special to know your name.
But-
I thought
the food was,
it was.
and this is our second tasting there. So it's really cool when you go back again and the tasting is as good the first time as it was the second time. So those are places that are opening up. You know, the Jupiter Donut in Jupiter closed
I'm
up? Or,
shocked.
I'm
at
sorry,
that.
in Boca Raton.
I'm shocked. Totally shocked.
Not
by
in
that.
Jupiter, Boca Raton.
I'm shocked.
How do you
by
not
that.
make it in Boca as a
Um,
donut shop?
Jupiter Donuts, everybody talks about, and you have to stand in line forever to get a donut there. And they only make enough once they sell out. They close the shop. I'm just shocked that they closed.
You know what I don't like is Dunkin' Donuts. You know what they do? They no longer bake the donuts at the shop.
Well, you know, Chef Max told us they were frozen.
Yeah.
So
So now I'm like really looking for it. They're not fresh at all.
no, they're
And you don't
stale.
see them bringing out donuts on the, they
You want a
ship-
good donut, you go to Maxed Out Donut,
Yeah,
Chef Max.
that's a place to go. Where's Maxed Out at now?
Fort Lauderdale, Aventura, I think.
Before I go to the list of restaurants that have closed down, I was looking at some of the notes. Oh, I saw we're at an Outback Steakhouse. I want to tell you this was closed down by the health department.
Which one?
This one was in Davie.
Ugh.
There, I just want to make sure. Check my notes. Yeah, it was in Davie. But I got to tell you, I watched a whole segment on, I think it was channel Fox 7 in Broward of restaurants that have closed. So Sophia and I went. I don't know how we survived it. After seeing what I saw, we went to restaurants that the health department had closed down. And some of our friends said, "Oh, don't do that to them." But it's already out there, though. It's like we're not telling people anything that the public doesn't know, and we're giving them a chance. I'm telling this to myself to make myself feel better. We're telling them this. Here's their chance to give their side of the story. Oh my God, that's so lame.
Fruit flies.
That's lame. Anyway, you should have seen what happened. So the guy from Outback, they went in with the cameras, which we were going to do, but we don't have a camera.
Well, we
have
do with our phone.
our cell phone. Oh my God, this guy
Before
got
they went in with their camera.
this guy, the manager, got so mad he kicked them out, and they went around to the front door to go in to film. Oh my, get out of here! You're trespassing. And it's funny. They said we wrote the PR department a note, and they haven't answered back. That's pretty bad when the PR department doesn't write back. And then there was a Chinese restaurant. It's called Atlantic Pho. They had a lot of problems, a lot of roaches around live food.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
This guy, all of a sudden, he couldn't speak English. What was so funny is they heard him on the phone talking English.
Way, how?
It was so funny.
Hey.
So Sophia and I did this. We were lucky we didn't get clobbered.
We were
We got
nice.
shoved.
We were nice.
Well,
We
the
were
TV
nice.
station was nice.
We didn't go in with a big camera.
That's true. That's true. So let me see this is the one that we did a tasting at. It's Peruvian,
Oh, this make me sad.
Warwick Key, right?
Or Ricky
It's a mother and son
and Boca.
in Boca, right there on Federal Highway next to Mississippi Sweets. It was so sad. They were so proud, and they were there for 6 years.
It was delicious.
Food was,
I like the purple drink.
oh my God,
addicted
that's
to
right.
that.
But now they only do catering now.
Right. It's very, very sad.
And then there's a restaurant. It was a Mediterranean restaurant. I don't know if you remember it, but I guess it's in the Delray Marketplace where Paragon is,
Mhm.
right across from Burt and Max, called Apparel.
Oh, okay.
They closed down.
Whoa. The rent's too high
I don't know.
and maybe not enough.
They're in Meisner. I don't think they would.
Maybe not enough visitors.
Probably the saddest thing that happened, Sophia, and you probably can
Brighton.
really talk about this, is
Brighton.
Taboo.
Bagels. Taboo made me sad, and Brighton Bagels made me sad.
I have Brighton Bagels on here.
Those two made me sad.
Because you kind of wonder, did they just maybe go on vacation for the winter?
I just felt like Taboo should have stayed
83
a
years, Sophia.
historical
83
site
years.
for Palm Beach. That did it made a lot of people sad. They had good food too.
I wonder why they couldn't save it.
They tried. I think it was political. I think.
And what about, So? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Do you know there's a new restaurant that's gone in now already?
I hope they have a sign.
Yeah.
Because I think that
Sophia
was their
got on.
biggest problem. You could find the restaurant. There was no sign. The town didn't let them put banners or balloons or any kind of light up to kind of guide them to the restaurant until the sign came in. But they finally admitted they couldn't afford a sign, which when you get a sign first for your
Sophia
restaurant,
gave him a whole list of stuff that if you can do a few of these things, it would help a lot. So on the menu, the new place is called Pixie on Dixie.
Pixie on Dixie. That's kind of a cute name.
It is.
Well, what
Chef-
is it? Another barbecue
Chef
place?
Caesar Bray. He does a chicken Sammy, a popular item on the Farmer's So-So Cafe in West Palm Beach. Pixie on Dixie. Says it's a new concept.
I don't remember the chicken Sammy on their
I don't
menu.
But So-So was really sad. There were two young guys trying to make it, and you could tell they took every bit of their savings.
They said they did.
Yeah.
They were trying to make it a neighborhood spot to go.
Yeah, like Third and Third.
Right. It had good food though.
Food was good. But
They had no signage. How do you find them at night when it's dark? Or even the daytime? There's no sign. They're not allowed to put a flag out, balloons out, lights out. How do you know it's the restaurant?
Right.
Except word of mouth. But Pixie on Dixie sounds like another barbecue place to me.
I know it does, doesn't it? That's the name of the new
Just what
restaurant.
we need, another
But
barbecue restaurant.
We got to go, but it's not barbecue apparently.
Well, it sounds it.
Does it?
It sounds it. Pixie on Dixie.
So that's a new restaurant we got to go
We'll check it
do a
out.
tasting at. Senior Frog is opening up in Fort Lauderdale. Senior Frog is really big in Naples,
Boca.
and are they in Boca too?
They've been in Boca for a long
And they're
time.
also in Acapulco.
Oh, they're in all the Caribbean.
Yeah, they are.
like, hot spots, tourist spots. They're
Yeah.
in the Bahamas. They're all over.
It's
Tequila bar. It's like a bar, really. Margaritas and
Who else?
speaking of margaritas, I was
You surprised about
that.
Jupiter Donuts,
I was very surprised.
the one in
about
Boca.
Very,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
kind of surprising. Who else do we have on
What's
here?
Soul Rebel? You have Soul Rebel on here.
Yes.
What is that?
And you know what? There was actually a new restaurant that opened up in Lake Worth.
Oh, it is Soul Rebel.
Soul Rebel.
I've not heard of that restaurant.
This is their second one. They have one
They
in
must be
Jupiter.
doing very well.
Why are there so many restaurants in Jupiter closing down?
I don't know.
Here's Angela Ella Plot Pizza Bar.
Another
They're opening
pizza
up
bar.
in Aventura Park Square. What's amazing, he's got locations all over the place. And some of the, again, back to some of the new restaurants opening.
There's a really cool one opening called Bueno
Mhm.
Papa Fry Bar. That's actually
What kind of bar?
Fry. That's from North Carolina. They're in North Carolina. Latin inspired meals, gourmet fries. First location inside the Dirty Rabbit in Wynwood. Hand cut, made to order fries served with various globally inspired toppings. Kind of sounds like a potato bar.
It
You
does.
know, like remember the baked potato?
Yeah, like a
How
French
they
fry
used
bar.
to have the baked potato bars. That's it's a French fry bar now, Latin inspired, but they are out of North Carolina. I've heard of them.
What else looks good on there? See the restaurant, it's called Case by Kazoo. You ever notice that the restaurants in Miami have really peculiar names that you would not see in Boca or Palm Beach?
It's because it's more like an international center. There's people from all over the world that live in Miami, not
Okay.
just white Jewish. Boca's pretty much the same kind of population, changing a little, but Miami, their demographics are very, they're from all over the world. They have Arabian, they have European, they have South American, everywhere. It's like the melting pot of Florida.
You know what I want to give out? I want to give out our website address, and people can email us. Our website address is www.eatandcritique. You have to spell out and tvshow.com. We would love for you to write us. If you'd like to win a couple gift certificates to restaurants, just tell us you'd like 2 gift certificates. We'll send them out to you. I promise you they're going to be good. We do not give out bad restaurant gift certificates, even if they offer us a ton of them. We got plenty of gift certificates, and even movie. We've still got some movie. No, we gave them all out, all of them. Wow, that was a lot. But tell your friends about it. Go to our website. There's a lot of great information on it. And I got to tell you, I'm so proud. Sophia built the website. And why I'm so proud is it is so hard to produce a working website. And she just put her entire heart into it. You can tell when you go in, and she still makes changes on it.
I still have changes to make.
But our numbers are off the wall. I am so proud of our website numbers. And I can't believe as many people have gone to our website. If you have a restaurant and you would like to come on our show, phone number here is 954-336-3767. Or you can call us and just tell us restaurants you had a good or bad experience at.
Or email. Or if you want us to review a restaurant that's one of your favorite restaurants, again, you could go to the website and write to us. But all our shows are on the website too. So besides going to YouTube, you can check them out on the website.
Well, the show goes by so fast.
Is it time already?
Yeah.
No.
I know.
No.
Can you
Rebel.
believe it?
Not really 1 minute left, is it?
Yeah.
No, Rebel.
Let me give out our website again, www.eatandcritiquetvshow.com. eatandcritiquetvshow.com. We would love to hear from you. We're on with you every week, every Monday at 6:00 with the Eat and Critique Show. My beautiful co-host, who gets embarrassed. Anyhow, everybody have a good week. Stay blessed.
Thank you for listening. See you
Thank you to our
Monday.
great producer,
Rebel. And see you next Monday, 6 p.m. Same place, same time. Bye. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Eat and Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse, located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.